Won't take long. I'm back from vacation, so had a little quirk with... I was going to try to stream Chung's TSDL match earlier, but I had to set my studio equipment back up after being on vacation, and none of the sound was working properly. And Straw was streaming it anyway, so I just hopped on his stream. He has a better handle on what's going on than I do anyway, so probably for the best. I am just going to get started... Oh, for whatever reason, of course, Restream has the title of my YouTube stream wrong. We are not streaming Chung versus Ichiao. We are streaming me. Maybe goof around with a dumb box if I don't win. Now, last time I tried this, Twitch was very good and did update the name of the stream, and YouTube didn't. So let's see if I can just do it manually on YouTube. Things like the name of the stream are not as important as, for example, playing a game, but I'm a perfectionist. Going to play some Apex Arena and see what happens. So we are currently in the last window of the last day of the regular season for Apex Arena Season 7. Which means, as you can see from my screen here, I'm at 1881. I should be... Ideally, I should be one win away from Langrisser, if I can get a win. If not, I might need to grind out a couple matches and hopefully climb back. My weekend so far has been like 20 games of win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So it might yet be a grind to get that 18, 19, 20 points that I need to get to Lang. So we shall see if I'm able to pull it out. The only other interesting thing to note is that today is Applesauce's birthday. She's 1 year old. So she got a cake, and she had a little party with her dog friends. She does have some dog friends. Mostly her cousins. My in-laws have a couple dogs as well, and our Poper Applesauce's older sister was there as well, and they all got a slice of cake and they all enjoyed it. I'm just making sure my guild knows that I'm fighting and streaming. We may get some moral support in here. Alright, we should be all set. We've got our multi-chat set up in case any of you on YouTube want to chat with any Twitch followers. And that is pretty much all that needs to happen. So, yeah, it's the very end of the season. Normally I'm kind of nervous when I queue into these matches, but to be honest, like, I know I don't have enough time. There's only 2 hours left in the window. I would need to go on an epic, like, 5-game win streak, which has not happened all season. It's not likely to happen in one window. Yeah, I'd need to go on a 5-game win streak to hit playoffs, so that isn't really one of my goals right now. So I'm just going to chill, see if I can get that one win. And if not, like I mentioned in the description, if things get out of reach, I'm probably just going to go and put some dumb characters in my box and then queue in and just get some practice with, like, Gizaroff and Angelica. But I do not want to let the timer go too long, because I don't want to fight any super high Langrisser level players. Although when you're in Gold 1, like at the top of Gold 1, you're going to end up playing mostly Langrisser or like former Langrisser players anyway. So it's not like I can be really choosy about my opponents. They are going to be players who are better than me. Players who are better than me. So the window for an opponent is widening. It's based off your current score or your current rank. It tries to find people close to your rank, and then the longer the timer goes, like, I don't know if it's every 10 seconds, but the further it goes above this estimated time, the wider the window for the score-based matchmaking opens. So it'll say, okay, we can't find anyone around the 1800s. So we'll try some 1900s or 1700s. What am I trying to do? I am trying to... I have 1,881 points right now. If I get one win, I think that'll put me in Langrisser rank. So we'll go baby steps, one step at a time. I'd like to get one win. I'd like to get into Langrisser rank. Yeah. That's what I'd like. And if I do, that's great. And if I don't, it's not the end of the world. It's all practice. It's all experience. Is everyone not queuing in this window? Like, everyone's trying to protect their ranks? I know Tristan mentioned that he spent 45 minutes watching his rank and his rank hasn't gone down. He's kind of on the bubble for playoff contention, so he was paying pretty close attention to whether he needs to queue in for one more match or not. Alright, we got an opponent, and I'm player 2. And we have a Landius, a Jugler. Is it just... Oh, and Ledden. And then for healers, we have Iris, Florentia, and Liana. So no Rosenseal, no Hilda. Interesting. He does have a kind of minor Yellis line with Sigma here. He has a lot more glory. I think probably Landius is the tank that's going to cause me more problems. Okay, so he goes with Jugler. Now, I want to get rid of some annoying DPS. Possibly Assassins. And he took my Hilda, so I'm going to have to play my other actual tank, Landius. Okay, he's just banning out a couple of my more annoying threats, so he does get an assassin out in Zerida. Zerida can also buff Jugler, so that's something. I guess we will try to force a healer pick, and I'm also going to try to get rid of... Sage is really powerful on this map, and these are myth characters, so I think between Sage and Sigma, I'm going to ditch Sage now. And he left my healer options up in the air, so... Who counters this? Ares is a good pick. Bernhardt is a good pick. To be honest, I think I might go with a high pick Yulia here, just because it's harder for her to be assassinated. I don't have a buff for her yet. But she's good against Jugler. $1 on Kong. You're gonna have to find a bookie who will take that bet. Alright, so he's getting Ares. That's a good pick here. I don't want him to have Empire buff for Ares. Actually, I do have the opportunity to get rid of both of these healers. Do I want to force him into a bunch of strong DPS, though, is the question. Because he'll probably pick Burn next. Yeah, I think I'm gonna scrap the healers. And I could bring out... I guess I need to pick a healer since he banned Rosenseal. So I have backed him into a corner that I may regret, since I've left him with a lot of DPS. He won't have strong healing. Yeah, so he got Burn. So I'm going to take away the characters that burn. I don't really need to worry about Elwyn. I probably should get rid of Sigma. And I can get Sage out. Now, the problem with this is Yulia is so far my only real DPS. Sage is going to help me clutter up and zone, push his Ares a little bit, and also buff Yulia. And with this box... I mean, I guess I do have a buff for Sigma, so let's pop Sigma in here. Okay, so... Tempted to go Guardian Infantry just because Bernhardt is so scary. Against Elwyn, though, I mean, theoretically, Landius himself will do a decent job of the tanking against Elwyn. I do want to bring his buff for Yulia. Yulia's fine. I don't want to get too creative with counterpicking soldiers. Like, Jugler could pick Spiky Colossus to counter against any horse picks I might have here, but I don't know. I don't really want to play mind games right now. I'm going to go with the usual SP setup for him. So he can target Zerida or Ares. And I feel like I should probably bring Sky Archer to help deal with potential burn Sword Dance. Okay. 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 Yeah, Sigma, I think Sigma is maybe coming out of my box next season just because I'm still not good at playing him. He's a good unit theoretically, but the problem is not Sigma, it's me. So when Kyura comes out, Sigma may be getting the boot, which may lead to a whole domino effect of not running Landius's Yellis line. Okay, so we do have lobsters with the standard setup. We do have unicorns. No faction buff there because he's getting the Empire faction buff from Burn. Burn does have Sword Dance, and we have an AoE Ares. She has a faction buff and Alhazard. Okay, so he's going to be looking to splash. I do have a push, so if he splashes on my Landius, I can push off. And Ares is able to reach right here, AoE. So I think I'm gonna hang. The only thing I don't like about that is I don't like to give him space to set up, time to set up his Zerida. Because I risk backing myself into a corner. He definitely has the advantage in legs. Yeah, I'm not sure how close I want to get here. So he does have no healer. That's a slight advantage. Well, hello there, Widianto. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so sorry if that was not close. Thanks for joining the stream. I know I've seen you commenting on my videos. Okay, Elwyn is getting ready. The Ares Jugler 1-2 punch is the thing that concerns me on this turn. I feel like I should maybe mark Ares with Sigma. Because he's going to be coming in sooner than Zerida. Hopefully. Yes, it's a scary team. I had to focus on... Well, I mean, this is the problem I have every season of Apex, is I run into a box of 15 scary characters, so I have to kind of choose the 5 scary characters that I want to fight at any given time. So, Leanna does want to be guarded. Well, she doesn't really need to be yet. She can stay out of range of Ares. I'm getting some breezes. Alright, Ares not doing anything this turn, but he does have turn priority. So he could AoE here, hit whoever's in the middle of that hole as well. Because I brought faction buff, I don't have the kind of line AoE to stick something in his path, so I am just gonna kind of have to be ready to eat it. I mean, I guess I could go here, which I think I will. Joseph Williams, hello, welcome to the stream. Just doing some non-casual Apex for a change. I know almost everything I stream is just casual shit, but I would like to win. I would like to win one match here, so I'm nervous. Not my usual level of casuality. Yeah, he can't reach. She will be ready to Alhazard next turn. She can kind of go anywhere, and she'll be able to come in. So I think I'm just going to get a Sky Archer ready in advance. So far, this is early in the game. I would say my odds against this guy are 50-50. It kind of depends. So this is something I could attempt to snipe that Zerida. I could attempt to snipe Ares, but I would be trading away my Sigma. I don't know. Either place that I go, Landius kind of needs to be right there to be able to guard. So if I get Landius into position, that does open my team up for 1, 2, 3, 4 Sage getting smoked by Elwyn. Which, I mean, Sage revives and it does expose Elwyn. I think this guy can box me in really easily, so I kind of need to play a little bit more aggressive than I'm comfortable. We'll see what he does in response to this. He has a lot of options, to be honest. He can get Alhazard set up. He can get... Okay, so he's moving Ares back. He knows that he's marked by Sigma. So I can still... Zerida's not being guarded. I don't know if this kills because she's not the marked one. So this might be a totally dead move. But, I mean, we need to try it, right? I can break her rights. Oh my... Look at that. 200 hit points for Zerida. Oh, Sigma. See, this is why Sigma... This is why Sigma is right on the bubble of getting booted out of Old Kong's box. I've seen that happen way too... I should have marked Zerida, to be honest. I just thought I was going to have an earlier opportunity to go after Ares. Zerida was the correct target to be marked, and that would have killed her, so that may be the mistake that cost me the game. I also can't reach Zerida with an AoE unless I act again. Right? I mean, this is an option. I can come in, act again Sage. I'm player 2, so it doesn't mess up my turn priority. I don't think it's a bad move regardless. It also puts Sage back in guard range. So Elwyn can hit my tank only. Bernhardt can Sword Dance, which is dangerous for my squishy Sigma. And that is his turn. Okay, so Liana is going to be within striking distance of Elwyn, so we're going to hope that this Sage act again will reduce Elwyn's mobility enough. Oh, thank you, Sky Archer. That he can't get in. That's what we're going to hope. It's also going to throw some tiles down to mess around with his Ares as well. I almost wonder if this is better. No, that gives Elwyn way too much territory to play with. So we'll go here. This will slow Elwyn down a little bit at least. So that's it for the Zerda. We get a little push, we get some tiles. Now, let's see what that did. Okay, it does effectively block Elwyn. He can still nip the corner of Sigma. I mean, Elwyn can still hit Sigma as well. Bernhardt, of course, has no problem coming in and possibly sword dancing my whole team, which I don't really want to have happen to Yulia, but I do want to get her into the action. So assuming he's Balance Blade, which he may not be with that high attack. Maybe I just bring Yulia up here. If he's Balance Blade, then he can hit her. Got a breeze. Alright, let's see how he wants to open this turn. His Elwyn and his Ares are very limited. Okay, so he's regrouping. Everyone's under guard right now, so I can't really do anything with Sigma other than just poke. Actually, I can go here. No, I don't have my talent buff, so that wouldn't ignore guard. I need to have not acted with Sigma to get his talent, or his guard ignore on this Ares. I'd love to be able to move back. Like if I attack him, I can move 2 back into guard range. Let's just put a little bit of damage on Jugler. This always happens when I stream. I end up in backup time because I'm talking through all my moves instead of just doing them. That's okay. I don't think he's going to be inclined to come in this turn, otherwise he wouldn't have run Burn away. So he is effectively out of range of my Yulia. So I could just get my guard resituated, although that lets him... Do I want to get my guard resituated? I think I do. Get a little bit more center control. So he can scoop us here. Alright, Elwyn's looking for a way to get around, which makes sense. And Ares could still open up a way for Elwyn to get around. No, not yet. Just get some more mid-map control with Yulia. Another breeze, so that's always nice. Now this is the worrying part, is that Leanna's still lagging behind a little bit. I would like to get her in guard range. Okay, so Yulia is a threat to him here. Yulia can kill this Jugler. Yulia may be able to kill Bernhardt. Werewolves are bulky. So I have options. Alright, he's going for the splash, so that kind of makes up my mind for me, because that is going to disable my guard. Oh, and I don't have the push. So Elwyn is going to be able to smoke someone. I think I just have to poke Jugler. Yulia will get some healing for me. Not on my tank, unfortunately. So now he's got a kind of counterplay to make, right? He can come in here with Sage and scoop my whole team, which is dangerous. I don't think Elwyn can get around, but Elwyn can kill Sage. Yep, this is a fine play. We'll see what the result of the teleportation looks like. He may open up a path for Elwyn to come in, take out someone who's not guarded. He may kill Sigma, he may kill Liana, which wouldn't be good. Doesn't look like it. Yulia is exposed here, but Landius is guarding again. So I am just going to heal everyone. I would love to kill this. Good. So that gets a little bit of healing off as well. Alright, Elwyn's gonna go for it. Let's see what kind of a dent he can put in Sage. Or Yulia. I mean, I guess he can kill Yulia. Yulia should be able to revive, though. Yeah. I'm not gonna poke burn. So he does still have this Ares. Burn is dangerous against my Landius. Yeah, that's how dangerous he is. Oh, is he gonna kill both lives? Oh, he killed everyone! Alright, now we're not in a good way. Now we're not in a good way. Yulia's dead. Everyone's dead. Okay. This whole backup time problem is not helping. Bernhardt being too much of a beefcake for Lancer Landius to handle. Makes sense. Now, Elwyn, I did pop his first life, but he's going to be able to get all his health back because if he moves, he's going to go for my healer. Alright. Wind Wall against my Sky Archer. Oh, so mean. And he gets turn priority because of that Sky Archer being alive. So he has lots of options for people to kill here. I don't think I can kill any of these units. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's the power of Bernhardt. I love to get Bernhardt, but I hate to face Bernhardt. So this guy's significantly out-damaging me too, right? Sigma can't survive an attack from any of these units. Let's see. Even without Wind Wall, minimum damage. So Elwyn, I mean, he can't move too far. But I don't see Sigma surviving this massive burn thrust. No, so that's going to be it. Alright, game 1 in the books. Alright, so we definitely need 2 to 3 games now, probably. Because a win will get me 15 points. 13 to 15 points, so that's 79 to like 80 something. And then like 15 to 18 points after that. So yeah, it's looking like I needed 1 win before because I was on a win streak. Now I'm going to need 3 wins. There's an hour and a half left. At least that match was pretty quick. Alright, this is a box, an annoying rush box. Debuffy rush box. Well, that game was winnable, but he played it well. That was probably my closest chance. That was probably the best chance I was going to have to hit Lang this season. But I didn't really have a choice. When I opened up for that Bernhardt sword dance, like after the Ares move, I needed to heal the team. Otherwise, if I tried to hold off, Burn would have killed everyone anyway. So I had to heal, and then once Burn came in, it was pretty much all over at that point. So we have Licorice. Oh, interesting. Buffing Dark. I think I'm going to have to get rid of as many annoying debuffers as I can, because all I'm going to have is Liana. This is the kind of box where I'm kind of ready to throw in the towel. Like, I don't have a really good answer to a box like this. No matter who I pick or ban, like, there's too many characters in here. Reen, Himiko, Ares kind of. Vincent, I haven't played a Vincent yet this season, but Werner can ignore guard, Clotaire can devastate my whole team. I do need to pick a tank next. Okay. I think I need to get rid of big AoE and teleport. And for tank, I mean, theoretically, Jugler is a better pick than Landius here, because these are all AoEs. He doesn't have any real Jugler killers. Other than Ares, I guess. Ares is a Jugler killer for sure. I think I am going to stick with Landius. I'll just stick with my game plan. My robot ban pick. It got me this far. Almost Langrisser. It's the close but no cigar ban pick strategy. Alright, he doesn't want to leave me Jugler for later. And he's got his Jugler. So I think I want to kill... Okay, there's a few that I want to kill. I still don't want Reen in here because his AoE is so devastating. I kind of don't want Sage. Werner is sneaky. But I think I'm going to get rid of the AoE annoyances. Just AoE annoyances. I think I'll get rid of the AoE annoyances first. Okay, so Helena is a good zoner. Do I pick Helena before picking Burn? Before securing her buff with Burn? I mean, I guess I can, right? There's still a lot of other options in here. People like Helena, they want to see Helena. We'll toss Helena out there. We'll throw her into the frying pan. So, banning out my remaining healer and my other annoyance. He picks a healer, which lets me get rid of the last AoE and guard ignore. I'm not too worried about Elwyn. He's also not doing a ton with these other characters, other than rushing along with them. Sage is the only other character that's iffy here, because he does buff a few of these characters. But I don't like the guard ignore, and I don't like the AoE. I think I have to give him Sage. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I think I have to give him Sage. Okay, so I have the option to bring in Helena's buffer. Burn, obviously, is a good character who can potentially kill Jugler as well. I mean, Yulia is a good character who can potentially kill Jugler too, but there's a lot of AoEs who can wear her down, so that's risky. I do like all of my available remaining options, though. Ares in here can be buffed by Burn, and he's also a long leg counter to these. Well, really the only long leg pick here is Ares. Okay, so he's going to give me either Sage or Ares. Now, Ares, kind of countered by Sage. I think I might go with my own Sage to give me a push for his Jugler, even though I said I was going to use it for that in the last game and I didn't. Sage also gets buffed by Landius in this box, so I can bring him with skills. Licorice is a really good Sage tile clearer, though, so that's something I need to watch out for. And I think I'm going to stick with the Guardian Infantry. And I think I'm going to stick with double hegemony because my Sword Dance is not going to do anything to this Rosen Seal immune team. Against this team, I think I'm going to go with Royal Calves, because there's... Well, I mean, I guess Sage is magic. I guess she's magic, too. And he probably has Judge Talisman rather than Slayers. Maybe I actually do stick with Angels. Maybe I actually do stick with Angels. I'm sorry about that, people. And I don't need to bring buff, so I could bring my other AoE, or I could bring Cleanse in case that Jugler is wearing Werewolves. Kind of like the idea of having an attackable... Yeah, especially since my tiles are going to be... Well, I guess I could use that AoE to erase her tiles. Maybe I'll bring that just to be on the conservative side. And I don't think I'm going to need the Sky Archer against this team, so I'll just go ahead and bring, like, Gospel. Oh, I better actually equip it. Who am I Gospeling here, though? Everyone has a buff except for Leanna. And he doesn't have a way... Oh, she can silence me. Yeah, I better bring the Gospel just to buff Leanna. Alright, I'm thinking this is it. Yeah, Helena's going to deal with the tiles too. That's a good point, Chung. I haven't faced a Licorice since getting my 6-star Helena yet. Oh, Addthem. I know Addthem. Or I recognize the name Addthem. He's a high-rank player. I don't know what his rank is like in Apex this season, but I often see him at the top of like the other arena modes on Rhaegar, I think. So unfortunately we're on our heels now. If I recognize someone's name, the intimidation factor sets in. What have we got here? We have Lobsters with an otherwise standard setup. We have double big AoE on her. It's got the buff, and it's a single target Ares. So the Ares is going to try to puncture my Landius, or he's going to try to shut down and otherwise disable my Landius. Oh. I don't think he one-shots my Landius. I think his plan is either shut down or overwhelm my Landius so that this Ares can kill whoever. So in order to win against this team, this very annoying Licorice who will be guarded, Rosenseal who will potentially later in the game have a revive, Sage who definitely has a revive already, and a guard. I'm probably going to need to take out that Jugler, which is going to be Bernhardt's job more or less. So being the last day, and the last window of the last day of the season, usually the queue is pretty hectic. I would like him to be ready to push Jugler, which he's not going to be ready if he's here. I usually prefer pushing Jugler away rather than, like, directly backwards. If I can push him off to the side, it gets him away from his team a little bit more. If I do have to push Jugler from up here, that'll expose my Sage, though, unfortunately, so it kind of depends on when in the turn. It also depends on if my mobility is affected. Oh, I don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. I never like when I get into a match and my win con involves needing to get rid of the tank. Especially when it's going to need to be like a team effort to get rid of the tank. Okay, so Ares is all ready. He can get fully in. He can hit here. I can't really get Yulia out of the way of that. I mean, obviously he's going to want to hit someone, so his... If I leave her back here... Not Yulia, Leanna. He'll need to hit someone here. He'll scoop everyone but Leanna if she's back here. So I think I just sit back. Gospel her up. I don't think he can reach her. Boomerang! If you're still here, by the way, thanks for the follow. I just noticed that now. And your name gets to appear right above Applesauce's cute little birthday party hat. It's her 1-year birthday today. So this is going to be a big spike on my Landius. Oh, he does get the Peacemaker proc. That was dirty. A Peacemaker single target. Ares. So I can't revive. Now, there's going to be a jump coming. I mean, I can kill that Ares probably, right? The question is, do I do it with her or with Burn? My inclination is to do it with Burn just because Helena has more mobility. I don't think I need to heal Landius yet. I think he'll survive because the next hit is an AoE. I mean, I guess... No, I want to save that. Yeah, we'll go with Burn. Let's just stop waffling and just make it happen. Okay, so he can jump. Now I've blocked off my lane for pushing Jugler, so I am going to have to push him straight backwards. Oh, now that's interesting. He's isolated my Bernhardt. I would like to heal, but I kind of don't want to burn Leanna's heal, knowing that another AoE is coming. But I don't like Landius being this upset. I hate to see him this upset. Applesauce thanks you all for your birthday wishes. She's so cute. She had a little cake. I don't like Burn and Landius being this weak. So I dispelled Landius's passive block, so he's allowed to revive again. I mean, if Jugler does dive in, if we were really hurting, I could attack with Sage to get some Gift of Eternal Life healing. Chung, you have a lot of faith in Landius. I don't know, maybe you have a good Landius. So he's trying to decide if he wants to commit. Licorice does have the Dark Dragon Breath. She also has her 3C. Jason, we're in the same guild, huh? Well, welcome to the stream. Okay, so he is going to be able to heal that Jugler. He can either pop her 3C. I mean, he's not blocking my guard. I'm not going to attack. Come on, get real. I think I can come down here and faction buff, which will open me up for attacking him with my other characters. I don't think that I'm going to be able to kill this Jugler with those two characters. Just trying to count. If I'm gonna shiv into this dog, I can shiv from, like, up here. Or back here. I want to make sure I move as many tiles as I can before attacking, to maximize my damage from her talent. Well, Jason, given that we're in the same guild, I am glad you stumbled on my stream. You should probably follow if you like to watch Langrisser stuff. Yeah, Helena can't move much, but she is going to have her tiles. Unless you think she can't get in there Maybe I play it safe and just shiv from here. Will that get me in? Then I just have to move across this tile. I think we play it safe, right? Tiles +1, so this will be tile and this will be 1. I might attack with Sage first just to get some healing off. Alright, so none of that affected Helena. This is kind of what I expected. I expected the heal to be popped. Well, maybe Helena can't get in then, if that's... Well, it would be like moving... If I have 5 move and this is treated like water, that would be like using all 5 move on this tile. I should be able to get in there. I should be able to. I should be able to. In fact, I should be able to do it from here as well. Shiv only gives me 3, but any of her tiles are going to be free. So this costs 0, this costs 0, and then this costs the 3. If it doesn't work, then I'll just be sad. For science. For science! Nope, you were right. You were all right. That's okay. We put up some tiles. I'm now going to cower. Actually, I should cower somewhere useful that'll give me more tiles. Although, that puts me in range of AoE, so I will cower down here. We'll use those tiles later, it's not totally a waste. The old water debuff. She can take AoEs, but I think positioning her here and positioning her here are basically a wash, so if I can get away with having her not get hit by an AoE, she can still reach who she needs to reach up here. Rosenseal is frozen back here for now, so we have to deal with these 2 DPSs and eventually wearing Jugler down. So that's Lando's first life. Lando will die to another hit. I don't know if Sage will heal him enough with Gift of Eternal Life to survive a Sage hit. Or do I need to heal him? What do you think, Chung? You're the expert on Lando survivability. I can heal this turn and kind of assure that he'll survive a direct Sage hit. Or I can just be cheap with the Sage of the Tree's Gift of Eternal Life heal on him. I'm leaning towards... Yeah, I'm leaning towards the heal, unfortunately. Oh, she's not even going to heal. She's just going to stand there. She's just going to stand there and heal him. Stand there healing is probably better than Gift of Eternal Life healing anyway. So we'll see if that's the play he's going to go for. He does still have the AoE option. I mean, Sage will also heal on his own move. Yeah, so he's going for the hit. Lando survives. This Sage can run into guard if he wants to. I don't see why he wouldn't. But now I have a few anti-Jugler attacks coming, right? think I go with Sage first to get that healing off on Lando again, just in case Licorice's AoE kills him, which I think with only 3,000 hit points, I think Licorice's AoE can kill him. Jason, to answer your question, we are in Gold 1 right now. So I started the stream 1 win away from Langrisser rank, and I did not win. So now we are, I think, 3 wins away from Langrisser rank. But I'm not... I mean, I never expect to rank Lang, especially when I'm putting it off to the very last day. Alright, that should be a safe Landius from the AoE. Do have an AoE, or a Act Again as well, at some point. Not this turn, obviously, because she's already moved. But if the opportunity presents itself, I can get a double off from one of these DPS I have. Alright, here comes the AoE. Leanna is gospeled, so she's not too worried. Alright, I think, poor old Burn here. I think I go with Helena first. Just because... if Burn is attacking a weaker Jugler, then he won't take as much damage. He's getting a lot of healing here, though. I like how he gets his diversion healing and his crystal healing after all these little bursts. He might be healthier than before I attacked him. He's pretty healthy. So we still have another big AoE coming up from Licorice, too. And he has clear turn priority because I have 2 attacks coming. Oh, look at that, 90% Jugler. He is way healthier. I don't know, Chung. Don't like the looks of this. Does he still block my guard if I move there? I don't think so. At least I'll be guarding everyone. Not in great shape. Let's see if we can dispel some Jugler buffs. No. Hurt. Hurty. That's the downside of all these fixed procs. So I did 5% of Jugler's health with that huge attack, just because all these little fixed procs afterwards triggered Jugler's healing over and over again. So this big AoE is going to essentially cripple me, unfortunately. Essentially cripple me. She can't go anywhere. He still can't go anywhere. I mean, I guess he can push. Oh yeah, he still did disable my guard. That is a Boo Earns. If I push him away, he can just move back in. But she can't kill him, so really I have no choice. At least I clocked it. Oh, okay, he can't get all the way back in. But she still can't reach any of his squishier units. I'd love to be able to kill that Licorice. So she is going to be able to AoE everyone except Sage. Yeah, only an hour, hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 7 minutes to get 3 wins, or potentially 4 to 5 wins after this game. Especially with each game taking like 30 to 45 minutes, I don't think that's going to happen. So what I'll probably do after this game is do what I promised and put a goofy box together, and then just fight with Gizaroth and Angelica. So we know she can't put a dent in this Jugler. Might as well just get some more Sage action going. We can't put a dent in the Jugler, which is actually the only way we're going to be able to beat this team, because they have tons of sustain healing from Rosenseal and Jugler. And Licorice, for that matter, with her 3C, will be able to heal the team as well. So I don't think I'm going to be able to put a dent in anyone here. A better move might have been to spread some tiles with Helena and then act again her, so that she could reach further. That might have been a better move. Let's see what the rest of this turn looks like, and then we will give Addthem his points. Hopefully this is a match that will get him further up into the playoffs. Yeah, there's not much point in me continuing to push with Sage like this. Like that, all that damage is getting healed. All this is doing is kind of pushing his units away from Helena. Yeah. I mean, no reason not to attack. She has no buffs now, though, so she's not... No. She's got nothing. So if I stay in this game, it's going to turn into one of these center-of-the-map slugfests, but he has way more damage-dealing capability with... Like, I can kind of trade damage 1-for-1 on their Jugler, but that's not going to put me ahead. He's got these big AoEs that's going to put him ahead by many, many, many. And everyone's silenced. Oh well. There should be like a good luck emoji, because I want him to know that I wish him every success in the next few matches. Okay, so it looks like we are... Well, if we pick up a win streak, I think probably still 3 wins away from Lang. So I'm not going to go to my goofy box yet. If we're really cutting it close this whole time, then I can do just some like goofy box scrims afterwards. So on the last day of the previous season, I did a stream like this, and I ended up going on a 9-game win streak, and I got to Lang like 1970, something like that. I think I was like 2 games away from playoffs. So it was actually a pretty epic stream. I had Tristan here co-streaming with me, and so he stayed around afterwards, and we were just like clearing dailies and stuff and talking about our matches. And after the reset, we were doing our gambles, and I said that was when the Crystal Stinger was relatively new, I guess. I didn't get a copy of it before then. So I said, all right, it's time for me to go into gambles and get my Crystal Stinger. And I did my weapon gamble, and the very first one was a Crystal Stinger. I wish I recorded it. It was so glorious. So maybe, just maybe, after this stream, I'll get a really lucky gamble. Like, the main thing that I'm gambling for now, I think, would be the Glory of the World, the new helm. I don't have any of those yet, and I do want at least one for my box next season. So we have another different box. So Estelle is a tank rush enabler. Not usually worried about her, but she does enable the rest of the team, which I don't like. And he has 3 healers. But I have a feeling this guy is not going to really care about using healers too much. Estelle's very killable with a lot of units I have. It's just the extra mobility and power for the other characters in this team that's more concerning. He banned Hilda, so he's going to want to do some single target shenanigans. Like maybe with Light of Genesis. And probably Hein too, to be honest. Either way, I'm going to bring my other real tank in. This is an interesting box. Okay, so cutting me down to just my one healer, Florentia, I'm going to have to take her. Alright, he's committed to a tank there. I can trim down his healer options. And then also take out the debuffer that I like the least, which in this box is probably Bozel. Well, it's either Bozel or Kruger. Bozel buffs Kruger though, so I think I'm going to take Bozel. And I have no choice but to take my only healer. Who is the best SR healer for Legion of Glory? Well, I've been playing a lot of my Freekong account and getting a lot of good use out of Iris. Even though she's not technically in Legion of Glory, she is a good SR healer for whatever faction. Okay, so he's going with Burn. Okay. I still don't like Hein because of teleport shenanigans. And I think... Oh, I do have an opportunity here to take out his healers. Didn't work for me in game 1, though. Didn't work for me. So I think we do Hein and probably the other scary debuffer. Now, Yulia and Bernhard are both strong picks here. Actually, Light of Genesis is a strong pick as well. Against what he has potentially coming up. I think I'll go with Light of Genesis just because I haven't had a chance to use her much tonight. So, Tiny Jess might not be the best against his tank, depending on troops. Okay, so we have the... Gotta get rid of Himiko. Probably Zerida, too. And I think Elwyn. Elwyn plus T-Jess is a good combo because it kind of forces his hand in picking troops for Jugler. Now we'll see if he's going to call my bluff. Yeah, he went with Florentia. Okay, that's actually a strong pick. So he's got a full Empire team here. So he's got Act again. Still not super worried about Elwyn. Iris is another healer, but she does teleport. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring Helena again. Okay, sketchy. Not super cool with it. Not super cool with it. I think just to worry about Elwyn, I'll bring Spiky Boys, although we know that Bernhardt is going to one-shot this Landius with Spiky Boys. So that's something I'm going to have to be careful about. Against this team, I don't especially need the Angels, so we will go with Royal Calves. That's fine. Elwyn is responsible for buffing these, so he's going to keep his Legion of Glory buff. I think she's fine with her skills. She doesn't have a faction buff, sadly, but she was the only choice I had available. So, what spell do I want on T-Jess? Might just go with Holy Light, to be honest. Okay, we got our buffs. We got our skills, we got our troops. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I have played this character earlier on in the season. I don't remember if I won or lost. Kind of remember the box, but I have played a couple different players playing this kind of box. So I'm going to need to look out for Jugler shutting my tank down, and then coming in with these DPS units to clean up. I'm going to need to be careful about that. Burn with the big sword dance. Potentially quite scary, since I don't really have a way to cleanse it, other than my 3C. I think we just get set up for this turn. I mess you up with the donation of $3. Hang on, let me get your donation actually visible on the screen here. Thanks very much for that donation, man. And now, true to your name, moving your donation onto the screen is messing me up. But yeah, thanks very much for that $3. You have taken the top spot from Kiwi as well. So Kiwi is going to be very upset and possibly engage in an arms race. I think we will just... well, who do I want to keep in reserve? Chung, I feel like this is the kind of game that you would excel at. I don't think I want to do any crazy teleporting shenanigans quite yet. I think I just hang out for this turn. I think I just hang out for this turn. Well, I mess you up. That $3 donation is going to be able to get me one of the daily burger packs, so I'll be able to do a couple more Anarchy runs and possibly get my training a little bit better for next season. Oh, look at that big breeze on Elwyn, yeah, so he can attack whoever he wants. We're all going to be guarded, unless he uses that act again to shut me down in tandem. I will have turn priority, so I can chuck Helena up here if I want to. I think I might do that. What do you think about that move, Chung? I'm gonna, at the last turn, chuck Helena up here and let her go on Elwyn for the first turn. I don't know, I think it's a thing. I think it's a thing. It's possibly a thing. Oh, I could do the same thing with Elwyn. Oh, he's gonna revive. Well, yeah, he would revive against Elwyn. He might not revive against Helena. I don't know if I can kill. Probably not. I have a decent Helena. I'd say my Helena is decent. I'd say my Helena is decent. My calves, well, I'm using royal calves, which isn't helping. But my cav training's 75%. Obviously, royal calves are maxed. He does have the option of an act again as well. I think I hang for now. I think I hang. I have to make sure if I do put Helena up there, it's not somewhere she can be picked off by this guy. So she is leaving him for last. That's fine. So where can he reach? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So as long as I'm like here, or here even, because I'll be able to shiv. So if I'm like on those forest tiles above this fort, above the fort, he'll be able to attack her there. So above the fort. Helena kind of zoning him hard. The only thing is, I am worried about Burn and Jugler coming in on my team. Killing Elwyn. It's true I don't need to rush. So if it's a trade, if I do trade, I will still have Elwyn and Tiny Jess to deal with his remaining threats. I think it's a good trade. I don't like Elwyn. I don't like Elwyn there. I think it's a good trade. I think it's a good trade. If I had no DPS left after this, then I would obviously have to not do that. Because I want some DPS in reserve to deal with the rest of his units, but I don't like Helena against Jugler. I mean, I guess I can splash Jugler anyway. Oh, he took out his revive anyway by moving Ares too close, so I didn't even need to worry about the Crystal Storm. Banehallow 90, thanks for joining the stream. Just celebrating Applesauce's birthday, 1-year birthday, with a birthday gift of $3 from Uncle I Mess You Up. And losing streak in Apex Arena, so we're being chill about it. We're being chill about it. Yeah, Burn Aura is something I should have looked out for there. I wanted to get the extra splash damage on the rest of his team. I'm glad it killed, though. So Jugler... I mean, he can kill Helena at will at this point, right? think, yeah, he can kill Helena at will. There's not much sense in me going too ham. Creep up a little bit. I don't think Elwyn reaches right now. Elwyn doesn't reach yet. God, this Ares is hurt. I don't want to give him the ability to scoop my whole team, especially Florentia. She's very squishy. Oh, you mean if I act again, Elwyn? A kill on this Jugler. Well, in order to get the act again, Tejas first, huh? I want to move her somewhere where she's not going to get smoked by that Ares, so I'll hang out down here first. In order to get the act again with Flo, I'm going to need to use her 3C on nothing, right? Is that how that works? I never end up picking Florentia. So if I do move out front, though, if I don't want to move too far out front. Yeah, I don't know if rights will be down. I guess I have turn priority. Alright, so I'll hang out here. We'll see if he wants to splash damage on my team with that Ares. No, he's hiding. Okay, so I will go ahead with... the only thing that not having turn prio gives me is he might heal that Jugler up. But if I AA and send Elwyn in now, then he can kill it, right? Do I do it anyway? I think I do anyway. Why not? It's crazy day. It's crazy day, Chung. Wouldn't it be funny if I ran out of time to use the act again? So I can actually smoke into anyone because Jugler's guarding. So maybe... maybe I smoke into the burn. Oh, actually, though, I didn't want to be in the burn aura. Oh, well, it's too late for that now. That might cost me the kill, though. That's what happens when you have that 15-second timer. Oh, I still got him. Okay. So I do have a revive available. And I do still have Tejas if I end up trading there as an additional DPS. Now, Tejas teleport is probably up, right? So I can bring Landius. I can maybe get Bernhard on this turn. Elwyn first, huh? I mean, that Ares shouldn't be too bad of a kill. won't be able to teleport to him. That's okay. Elwyn's going to be a thorn in his side now. The burn is annoying. I don't think my Elwyn will kill this burn, to be honest. I've run into burns before that my Elwyn just was very ineffective against. Okay, so that's my Elwyn down, but I do have the luxury of being able to pick away at this guy with T-Jess now. I have a tank, I have a healer, and I have a long-range DPS who can do a lot of damage to that Bernhardt. He definitely has access to the act again at any time. He's already at 9 stacks, so he'll be able to act again whenever he wants. Okay, so he has the ability to get in and probably a 3-ring balance blade sword dance. So we'll stay a little bit behind the tank. Let him run in. He's going to have to at some point, right? The fog is coming. He's going to have to get close enough. I'm nowhere close to having an act again, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to rely on T-Jess being able to do the deed. What's my range? Oh, I'm pretty good. I should be able to poke at him right now. Alright, so that should be that, right? I'm not sure what kind of damage Florentia is going to be able to do to me, so at least we got to see a win on the stream, my friends. It was, took a while. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, well, if I have some fast wins, I still think I'm like 3 wins away, even with a win streak. But we can try. I'm just glad you all got to witness something positive on this stream. I'm just glad Applesauce got to witness something positive, so she doesn't think, you know, have a bit of a downer on her birthday. Okay, what do we got here? We got Hilda as a tank, and Jugler. This is a box that I feel like is not going to try to pick a tank, but I have to get rid of the Hilda anyway, just in the offhand chance that they do. I don't want to fight it. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, so they got rid of Rosenseal, and they went with Akka, the Booster. So, I need to get rid of debuffs. Gotta get rid of debuffs. Don't like to see debuffs. I'm gonna need a healer. Oh, I didn't realize Johnny, my guild leader, for some reason is in our guild Discord, live tweeting my games. You should be commenting on Twitch. Oh, unless you have, yeah, you're commenting secret strats, that's okay. Those are allowed behind the scenes, Johnny. Okay, so I'm being forced to Landius tank. I am going to want to not face probably T-Jess here, and probably Sigma or Hiei. I'm not sure which one of those is more annoying. I think Sigma. I think Sigma. So my next choice is made for me. The one okay thing about playing with Landius, I mean, my Yellis line is not super strong, and Landius is getting a little long in the tooth these days. But he does have that nice minus crit aura. Like, he does bring a little bit of extra protectiveness to the table. That comes in handy. Okay, so getting rid of my glories. I kind of like Yulia against this kind of team. Even though she's not really rangy or mobile, having revives can make her annoying. So he's obviously going to try to rush with assassins, which I like. I think that's a good strategy. I'm going to get rid of Jugler, just because I don't want him to have the option to pick a tank. Yulia not looking great against Himiko, unfortunately, so I think I am going to go with Burn. So getting rid of some of my AoEs. Now, I can totally get rid of healers. I like the idea of getting rid of at least her, because I'm going to have Burn Sword Dance. She totally nullifies the Sword Dance secondary effect of blocking healing. But then he'll bring Licorice for sure. I'm not sure if I'm scared of Ares. I mean, I can pick Helena. Maybe I let him choose between his AoE Annoying Healer and a normal... As player 1, the Act Again isn't as devastating because it gives up turn priority. But I am going to go with Helena because her splashing damage will be good against this team. And we'll see who he gives me for my last pick option. I kind of don't like Yulia. I'm not a huge fan of Florentia, but I do have Bernhardt in play, so I would have 2 Act Agains as player 2. And Ares is a strong pick here too, because I can go in and AoE this team, helps me zone. This is a tough one. I mean, these are 2 super awesome picks to have. Yeah. The AoE will be good against possibly splashing Himiko. I kind of can't decide. Extra healing might be nice to have against some of this AoE annoyances. Act Agains. I'm gonna go with Ares. My gut's telling me Ares. So, against this team, I kind of like to have the spiky boys just against Elwyn, just in case. We are going to bring Sword Dance on Burn. We are going to bring AoE on Ares. AoE. I almost clicked attack there by accident. That would have been just splendid. Just splendid. We're still going to go with the Royal Calves. I believe still going to go with the Royal Calves. I could almost even go Bone Dinos. Against this team just to make sure. Well, I guess these are kind of squishy enough that I should be able to get the kill with Royal Calves. Should be able to. Let's see. The only other thing, let's see, so we're all buffed by Bernhardt. He's buffed by himself, and I think I will keep the Gospel on her, just to make sure she doesn't get silenced. There's a couple silence possibilities here, which I don't want. I think I'm going to go with it. Yeah, the question with Burn is always, when you're dealing with Himiko, is either Sword Dance or Shield Bash. I like Sword Dance just because it tends to be enough to chonk her hit points down anyway. But we'll see. Okay. So they are going to be able to reach. He can reach now. Zerda is going to be able to set up her Alhazard and then come in. So he does technically have an act again with Bestial Outbreak on Akka. Who am I wombo comboing with Helena? Who's my priority target here? If I were to be able to get in. I like killing Licorice. I like killing Zerida, obviously, because she can take whoever. Okay, he's just gonna splash Landius. Interesting. Hoping he's gonna be able to kill the Landius here. I mean, he might be able to get one kill on the Landius if he goes Elwyn next turn, because I'm still setting up, right? What is the wombo combo? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can kind of kill or hit Helena. Yeah, I can't single target Himiko though, so I'd have to attack someone. I'm just gonna see where he goes. I'm still guarding, right, at least? Alright. Zerida wants to come south. Zerida has turn priority. Zerida is going to be able to kill Helena. Can I get her? If I go down here and act again. Unless he blocks her. Unless he literally physically blocks her. Which he could. Is he gonna do that with everyone? I think we're gonna go for an act again Ares to set up my next turn. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna AoE Zerida. if I can get beside her, I'll single attack, I'll single target Zerida. I'll just use the 3C and then just attack her. I don't want her to be able to erase Helena on turn 1, so if I have to give up Ares to take Zerda and then keep Helena alive for next time, I'll do that. Ooh. Do you think that's the play then? Killing Himiko with AoE? Come in here and AoE behind Licorice? Zerda will definitely kill someone. Yeah, I mean, in the long term, you're right. That's probably better. I can't really put Burn within... I don't want him to kill... Like, he has the option if I get too close. He's going to be able to kill Helena from there, which is outside of Burn Aura. Ooh. If I put Burn here, he can just kill Burn instead of Helena. And maybe that's preferable. Give him that choice. My Burn will die. 1, 2, 3. He needs to be beside Helena to get Zerda in the 3-range aura. But at least this makes him decide. He'll either have to pick Burn or Helena, either one of those surviving. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this play. Like, having Helena alive, at least I got the faction buff off. Having Helena alive is valuable. I don't think he's going to fail the kill even with Burn Aura. Excuse me. Burn is not the most Zerda proof. I don't think I get Himiko either, to be honest. With just an AoE splash, maybe. My Ares is okay. I wouldn't call him great. He's okay. He's okay. I wouldn't call him great. I kind of agree with crashing. I kind of agree that killing Zerda first, but then he can come in and 3C my entire team, which is probably more crippling. 3C'ing my entire team with Himiko is probably more crippling than Zerda attempting a kill on one of these. So yeah, I think we YOLO AoE right here. Fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed. Oh, that Himiko looks super dead. Yeah. Licorice, barely not dead. If I had Scarlet Reaper, I might have killed her too, but this is a Ragnarok Ares. Okay. So, yeah, Licorice is going to go for the big blast. I think Helena probably kills Zerda now. Not doing it with anyone but Helena, so let's go ahead and shiv Licorice. And I can hit her from here to get Licorice with the rest of those splashy splashes. Or from here to get Akka down as well. I think I'm going to continue working on Licorice, to be honest. So, splashy splash. 20 minutes left to get 3 wins. Oh man, I was so caught up in responding to the chat that I forgot to say hello everyone at the start of the game. But if I say it now, it'll look super rude, like I'm making a taunting message like after doing this damage. So I'll have to actually just say, Appletini, if you're watching the stream, hello everyone. I'm sorry that I didn't say it earlier. Okay, I still have a move back with Ares because I used my 3C, but I didn't use... so I can come in here and hit her and then run back to Lando. He'll have turn priority, so as much as I don't want to land on one of these tiles... Okay. I can't use passive skills. My revive is down on Landius. That's not good. Probably use Miracle. Burn can't really do anything right now. Might move back. Alright, let's see if this kills my Landius with no revive. Ooh, nope, okay. I think I exposed my burn to kill her. Or do you think Sword Dance from here kills her? Why not just do it just to be safe? Actually, I don't even need to do it first. I can Miracle first. Is that going to get my revive back? Yes, it is. And then we'll come up to the safety of that guard. We'll use Sword Dance. Not quite. Yeah, let's just get the kill with Landius. So he has a little stray wolf. He used Rain already to kill Helena. So he's going to crash into this Landius. This is the benefit of the double Spiky Boy setup. Alright, thanks for that match, Appletini. So that's 2 wins in a row. 16 points. Oh no, if one game gets me like 18 points, that's enough, isn't it? That's technically enough, but if it gets me 17 points... If it gets me 17 points, that'll be a heartbreaker. Tons of time to queue, my friend. 19 minutes. Let's go. Let's have one of those generous main quarters who's queuing in to give up games. This pick ban is going to take me 19 minutes. Alright, we already know... Oh, is this Loomis, or whoever Loomis is boosting for? I know he was talking about King of the Red Moon earlier. I do not like the looks of this box in terms of my potential for victory. Okay, so this is obviously a very myth-heavy box. I think I'm going to go ahead and ban out the myth buffers right away. T-Jess is scary, especially on this map. But these guys are scary too. Who else buffs in here? Like, I mean, yeah, dark buffs. Nah, I'm gonna go with the old myth buffer ban out. Going with Rosenseal first, just because given the option to choose between a tank or a healer here, there's enough debuff in this box that leaning towards Rosenseal is my first pick. Waiting for Kong to do Should You Summon Brenda and Mariel. I'm writing it and recording it this week, so yeah, it'll go up as soon as the banner comes out. T-Jess. Okay, so Kruger is annoying for sure. The other annoyances are Ultimuller, especially after getting that Bernhardt buff. King of the Red Moon, potentially scary because he has teleports and revives. Yeah, I'm not sure. I really don't like Ultimuller. Okay. I think I go with my preferred tank though now, right? Like Hilda. The danger of not picking a tank here is that I get banned out down to just Jugler, and Jugler's terrible. Alright, maybe I don't pick a tank yet. Alright, I'm gonna run out of time. Hilda's not super great against what he has left. Jugler, kind of okay? Does he have Jugler busters? I am gonna go with Yulia. Ultimuller is a potential Jugler buster. Not 100% sure what King of the Red Moon can do. I mean, obviously I did the Should You Summon episode on him, so I have a vague idea of what he can do, but I don't keep all this in my head at all times when I'm not facing. Like, this is the first King of the Red Moon I've even seen in a box. Okay, so he's getting rid of Jugler, and it looks like he's going with the Empire route, so I'm going to get rid of Helena. Actually, is Helena that scary versus... Let's get rid of some of these gross debuffers. Let's get rid of some gross debuffers. I'll go ahead and pick Hilda, who I planned to pick originally anyway, since Jugler's gone. I have one buffer left for my Yulia, which is Sage. And Sage is a pretty good pick. So he's perfectly fine taking whichever healer I give. I kind of don't want the Helena now just for splashing AoE on my Yulia, so I'll take Sage to get the buffs. Sage also has the ability to push Jugler if necessary. And for my last pick, I have a buffless Helena as an option, which won't be able to do much against this team. Or I have Landius, which, to be honest, I don't mind on this map especially. So we're against all physical threats. So I'll go ahead and pick Phalanx. She's going to want a buff. We've got gonna go with Guardian Infantry on him. And he can buff himself. Sage, we're obviously going to want to bring his Myth buff for Yulia. Rosen, I'm gonna bring Mass Crystal Healing. Mass Crystal Healing, in case Ultimuller comes and does the big suck triple formation. Yeah, there's a lot of AoE threats out there. I hope you're not Loomis, whoever you are. I think we're good here. Yulia's got her usual kit. We have buffs for these two. Maybe I do go Miracle. I just like the incidental healing. Plus it's on a pretty quick cooldown. With her as my only healer, I mean, I guess I have Yulia and Sage with Gift. How many points am I at, chat? I think I'm at 1882? So, Kata, there's a chance if I win here, this game gets me to 1899. There's a chance. There's a chance it gets me to 1899. Wouldn't that be glorious? Oh, it's True Hero. Someone get on main court and tell him this is my promo match. I don't know if he still needs the points. True Hero, it's my promo match. I don't know if you still need the points. Alright. Let's not be foolish, right? He does need the points. We all need the points. We all need the points. Ulti hits his breeze. That's to be expected. Okay, so he is going to be able to get... I don't know how I keep people safe here. I don't know how I keep people safe here. 2 rings suck. Like, that's this, too. 1953. True Heroes at 1953. So, if he's on a win streak, and he potentially, you know, if he potentially makes 30 points off this match, that gets him to 1983? Is that playoffs, though? Like, this is overtime now. Is 30 points going to get him into the playoffs? No, I don't think so. So if he's here, 2 rings, I kind of want to get Yulia out. Yeah, that's true. Florin is more dangerous than Rosenseal here. The Act Again is dangerous. A breeze right there would have been nice. Get Miracle up. Alright, so if I win this match, and I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch, I'd say there's a 50-50 chance whether I end up with 1899 or end up in Lang. If True Hero wins or loses, I don't think he's ending up in the playoffs regardless. Kind of want to move out, but I also don't like the big suck. I want to make sure he's protected. He can lock down. We'll inch our way forward. Everything may be guarded. Everything may be guarded if he sucks. The thing about a jug jump is I do still have the 2 tanks, which is something. It's something. I think I do inch forward a little bit. The suck. The suck. We just don't like the suck. Ooh, Bernhardt. Bernhardt could one-shot her, too. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like Bernhardt being able to potentially one-shot Hilda. I mean, he can probably one-shot both my tanks. Alright, Yulia's in suck range anyway, and I'm not gonna move her back. So I might as well come in. Oh, I'd like to move her last, though. Yulia, the short-legged queen, showing her shoddiness. Don't worry, Red Wrath, don't worry about it yet. Yet. He's gonna come in with someone either way, right? Even if I had my healer last. Versus turn priority, you can only do so much. I think I hang out with Landius for one more turn, though. Ace Knight, thank you for the follow. Sorry for the late acknowledgement. I'm engaged with Bants. Alright, a breeze here would be quite nice. But my whole team is getting aped on next turn for sure. Alright, what's the first play? I don't want to use the push because that's reserved for Jugler. I think I just get Landius out in front. We're all still covered. Okay, no dive this turn. Ugh. I don't know how much Yulia does for me. Alright, okay, now we're getting the Jugler. Act again, probably in prep for the jump. Depending on where he jumps... Like, if he jumps in here, I can't push him, right? Well, I mean, I can't push him this turn regardless, because my Sage has already committed. So I want to move Hilda somewhere that the Juggler can't disable both tanks. So either here or here. If he jumps in front of Hilda, she'll be disabled. Lando will still be able to guard. If he jumps in behind, then Hilda will still be able to guard. The downside of doing this is that Ultimuller will be able to come in and attack my unguarded Yulia, which maybe won't be a huge problem. I think this is a bit more of a control position. So... You know, he has a few options for moves here. He can shut down a tank. So he sucked all my tanks right into the middle. If he moves Ultimuller away, which he can, then he can splash Jug right in the middle and disable both of them. Oh, he's just going to take both lives off Landius. That's interesting. Alright. Yulia can't do anything. I think I need to move Rosen first, just to block off this Jug Splash. I mean, he can still move Arian Rod back and then land there, so that's something he can do. I have a few AoEs incoming. I have a Jugler Splash, I have Arian Rod AoE, and I have Bernhardt Sword Dance, so yep. First Grand Cross. He's not going to get the Act again because his Arian Rod is not hurt at all. Now Burn... Where are the rings? I think this is just outside, if he goes from here. If he goes from here, that'll hit her. To be honest, I don't think there's too much sense in trying to nickel and dime over what position I keep my Yulia in with this 1-2 punch that's coming. Burn alone might be able to kill these units. Bernhardt has the big chonks. Yeah, I should have AoE, or I should have used 3C with Rosen. Oh well. This is why we're not Lang already, my friends. So no push, no guard. The only way to keep her alive even remotely now is to use the 3C, so she'll at least have a revive. I kind of think I do it here so Yulia has more targets. So he has the option to attack Yulia with his injured Altamuller. Jugler is guarding magic right now. So my only two targets, essentially, are Jugler and Bernhard, and I don't think Yulia kills Bernhard. I don't think Yulia one-shots Bernhard. So I have to decide. I think Burn is a bigger priority target for now. I don't think this kills. I don't think it kills. I'm wrong. It does kill. It does. Thank you for believing in me, chat. Or for believing in Yulia. I have not done anything to earn that trust yet, but Yulia has. So he gets to go with his whole team here basically now. My Hilda can't do anything. It's not even worth my Hilda attacking into his Jugler right now. I can move away from this lockdown? I mean, there's no sense in staying blocked in here. He can block me out elsewise, but... Oh, my guard's gonna go down. Yulia won't be guarded if I do that. Maybe I wait till next turn. Yeah, he has a double guard. Probably specifically to deal with this Yulia. But no Beast Shock. So Hilda protects me from the displacement from that push. He is still locking me out of center really hard, which is what this game was going to devolve into anyway. So I think the plan is I need to move down, get my guard reestablished, and open up a place for Yulia to maybe get another potentially valuable hit in. I can't do any damage to Aryan Rod because she has her Grand Cross damage reduction barriers up. But I can attack Jugler here without having to move. I can use Godly Menace from here. Since Aryan Rod is not being guarded right now, if I were to bring Yulia around and Godly Menace, I would only do like 2 damage. So I'm going to just go ahead and go on Jugler from here. I'm going to need to open up a spot for myself in the middle at some point. So unfortunately, Jugler's still in great shape. This is why Moondoggy's Clock Yulia is so good, because my Yulia is now essentially just in a holding pattern waiting for her cooldowns. I don't know if this kills without a skill, though, Red Wrath. Yeah, true, no last rites. Oh, that's true. Magic Guard is off. Flow or ulti. Unless I have my 3C, then I can hit Jugler. Okay, so I do have 3C back up, so that should kill Jugler. And that'll heal my Hilda back up to half-decent position. We are running out of time to get back into the middle. True Hero's beating me on damage. Yeah, what was that about Clock Yulia? You're right. You're right as always. I am going to get my faction buff back up. If I kill Flo, he can move someone else up there to block me. Oh, counter kill on the Aryan Rod. Wow. Wow. True Hero, thanks for that good game. That was a rough one. And that, my friends, is going to be Lang rank 10 minutes after the buzzer. 1901, exactly what I needed to hit Langrisser. On the very last game of the very last day. We did it. Let's go look at this, let's go look at this little promo message here. Ranked up. Oh man, what a match too. That didn't even happen in like a, you know, a dumb little like gimme match. That was a real monster against a good player. Thanks everyone for coming to cheer me on through that. That was fun. That was a really fun little session. I know we didn't have Drunk Tristan here to celebrate with us. Maybe in spirit. Drunk Tristan, are you there in the chat? Type something. Type some messages to me. But yeah, thank you. To be honest, I didn't think even with my win streak, I thought I was going to be 1899 because I think I got like 13 points, 15 points, and I thought I was going to get like 17 points for that one. So here we are. That's 2 Lang ranks, 2 seasons in a row. And I know I said this last season that I was going to try playing more Apex on the weekends right from the start of the season so I don't have to leave it to the last minute like this every time. But this time I mean it. I'm going to try playing Apex much more early in the season to kind of get points earlier so I'm not... I mean, I know this is exciting though, right? So maybe leaving it to the last minute is better. But thanks for coming out to the chat to cheer me on. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm sweating. I was going to do scrims with people afterwards, but I feel like I'm going to like pass out down here. Yeah, but thanks for cheering me on. Thanks for giving me some front seat, back seat from the trunk advice in the chat. Very helpful and very encouraging. And hopefully you guys all had good luck on your own Lang climbs as well. I know some of you in the chat were kind of trying to get into the playoffs or trying to make climbs of your own. So actually, how did it go? Kata, did you get in? Are you safe? I have more faith in your 3 hours worth of climbing than mine, which was kind of back and forth. 1993, and that ends up being safe, does it? My prediction earlier in the season was 1999, but then it looked like today things were slowing down a little bit. Like, most of the action was in, like, the 1980s. Okay, so 228, that's totally safe. Threshold dropped a little bit this season. Or pretty close to what it was last season. I think Tristan had 1993 as well, so if he didn't lose his nerve, and if he stayed on that, then he should be safe too. He's obviously not in the chat, or he would be telling me what his position was. Okay, congrats, Red Wrath. Safe at 2001. Awesome. So, Kata and Red Wrath both in the playoffs. How about you, Rope? Are you in the playoffs? Nice. Oh, good. Actually, thanks, Evolution. Yes, we made it. Rank 51. Oh, for a second, Rope, I thought you said I'm rank 1. And that would have been awesome. I realize we can take a look right now. So, barely scraping into Lang. Now, this is interesting for next season because there's word that they're going to be adding those 257 to 512, the extra tier of rewards. So, just getting into Lang rank, that means about 200 people from, like, this number of points are going to get some extra crystals and stuff. Oh, congratulations, Xenogears. Rank 71, awesome. First time in the playoffs. Oh, you're going to do awesome. I watched some of your matches in the Summit der Langrisser, and you did fairly well there, so I think you should have a good playoffs. So, yeah, we've got some of the usual suspects up here. Let's see how the top 16 is looking. Will stayed in. Ichiao, of course. Oh, Absol was right on the bubble. I know right at the start, earlier today, Absol was on the bubble of the top 16 too, so it looks like he didn't quite make it in. Fjarler, I need to watch more of his games because he usually plays with an interesting box, and he always comes out of the gate, like, right at the very start. Pizza, Moondoggy, of course, up here. Loomis, Winged Kuribo, Testarossa. I know Testarossa was grinding earlier. I wonder if people are already starting to change their names. There you are, Rope. Just above Fresh Prince. Just above Chung, my guildie. Chung, there you are. Kenji, one of the Wednesday Night Fight streamers. Bakira up there with a Dark Box. I know Bakira was running Eins in his box all seasons, so that's interesting. I'd like to watch some more of Bakira's matches. He streams too. Lord Thy God's up there. Zelda, of course. One of the higher ranked free-to-play players. There you are, Xeno. Cecil. Cecil Shenanigans, 0 pops. Shelfaniel for the win, still grinding it out. Triscuit's up there. Evolution, there you are. 93, nice. Now, I guess it's possible that there might be some games that are still going on, but I don't think there's going to be enough games still going on that will affect any of these rankings. So Amuro's up there too. Nice. Okay, so 321 for me. That's going to be rewards next season. Claude, who's the social media manager for the strategy squad, said that the playoffs should be starting next week. So we actually do have official word from Zlong Games. Playoffs starting next week. But there are people who are skeptical of that. We have had a week off in between in the past, usually around crossover collab banners, to give more people an opportunity to obviously wail and spend a bunch of money trying to summon Kaira and get her in her box for playoffs. And the social media guys for Zlong have been wrong about game schedule stuff before, so I would say it's not 100% that playoffs will start next weekend, but that's the word so far. That's the word, that playoffs should be starting next weekend. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Yeah, we have a lot of people saying that they're going to start with the Kyura banner. I agree with that too. I'd be surprised if we don't have a week off. The other reason for that is they tend to publish the brackets right at reset, which would be like a very quick turnaround time for publishing the brackets. I don't know, I'd say it's 50-50 if the playoffs are going to start next week or not. Social media guy says yes. I know Dango and some people like that are skeptical. I'm a little skeptical. I don't know enough to be super skeptical, but I'm mildly skeptical. So, let's take a look in here. There we are, Langrisser. The other thing, the funny thing about getting Langrisser on the very last day is it means I'm going to get an extra 35 crystals and an extra 2 enchant packs and an extra 1 mastery stone pack for 1 week. At reset, I'm getting this stuff, and then that's it. Yeah, next season I really have to climb sooner, don't I? Alright. Show us interesting match for today, Mr. Kong. What was an interesting match? I feel like the most interesting match was the one I just played. But you were all just here for that. I don't really want to show a match that I got destroyed. My match against Samtindo earlier, I remember being a close one. My match against, I think this is Castle in the Sky, was a tough one. This is a good player. I could show these two. I don't remember exactly what happened in this match, so I don't want to like pull up a match that I know is against a good player and then have it just be like some uninteresting turn of events that happened. So my usual ban pick, honestly, in this match, getting rid of Hilda first. I lost my Hilda, so I went with Landius. I don't know how much of my banter and commentary you want on a match that already happened. There's no stress. I feel like not tense at all going through this match now. Oh, right. This is a match where I wanted to get rid of some of these, like, Empire AoEs who could come in and destroy my team. Is this your guildie, Spy? Or was it one of the other matches on my list? Oh, Shelfaniel for the win, by the way. Thanks for the follow. It's awesome. Anyone else who's chilling in here who wants to follow on Twitch or YouTube, go ahead and do that now. That would be awesome, because if I do start playing Apex, even though I'm not in the playoffs, obviously I won't be able to stream playoffs. I'm going to be streaming more throughout the season, so if you follow now, then you won't miss those games. So I think I kind of pick up the rest of Burns' Empire stragglers here for my team. And I ended up going with Himiko rather than Helena, because, I mean, Helena's good. I find Helena, or at least my Helena, kind of underwhelming against Jugler, and I already have a couple of solid physical DPS here. So I went with Himiko to give me the option to push, and the option to do some annoying debuffing. Ridrath, that's a legit question, because I did run Ledin last season, and my Ledin is pretty good. He does buff more people. The only thing is I find Ledin kind of a dead pick after buffing. Other than buffing, kind of a dead pick. And with the way my box is built, I have fairly decent buff coverage without him, so I like Landius in case I end up with Sigma, or in case I need the aura. I find the aura from Landius very helpful. Okay, I remember this match. This one's actually kind of grindy. This is a really good player. So I'm just kind of trying to zone here with my Ares. I'm worried about the teleport. I'm worried about Burn rushing in with a big sword dance, especially for Himiko. I want to make sure that he can't blast Himiko down with his sword dance. So we have good tank coverage right now. Himiko's fairly safe. I can't just run her in because there is the AoE tandem that could take her out. Ulti SP eats Landius like a beef. Doug, we just witnessed that in my last match. He legitimately, literally ate my Landius both lives like a beef. That literally just happened. That was only the second Landius I faced in this whole climb, though. So, or the second Ultimuller I faced, I mean. So both of his AoEs have acted. I have turn priority here. That's why I felt comfortable going in with the Himiko AoE. He goes ahead and pops her teleport here. And that's a smart move, because if his plan is to eventually shut down my guard, then he can just pick her off. And I actually make a mistake later in this match that makes that possible. So I made that move not realizing that Bernhardt had his guard skill. I should have checked that beforehand. So I was trying to make a play at Jugler there, but his sneaky Bernhardt guarding. So I end up having to flee back to my tank with my tail between my legs, having not done too much there. So this is mostly still setup. Okay, now, so here is where the shutdown happens. So we're not guarding. I have no choice but to push Jugler off if I want to keep my guard up. So I actually push him behind to keep him further away from his team. But now you can probably see where my mistake is. So Jugler can obviously just move back whenever he wants. And the thing is, he's going to have his Beast Shock. So with my positioning the way it is, and her teleport down, she is in grave danger here. That was just to get rid of the Sword Dance heal block. So we're all pretty healthy now. Elwyn's going to make a play at my Landius. And the annoying thing about Elwyn is even when you're not up against class advantage, stripping 5 buffs off any tank is just so devastating, because that's such a good move. Landius is just standing there. It's just standing there now. I am able to finish off the Elwyn. Elwyn was not the biggest threat at that point anyway. So Jugler takes the opportunity to charge in and Beast Shock Himiko. So all she got to do was 1-3C. With Jugler way over here, I did have access to his 2 healers behind, so I opted for Rosenseal. Just because it let me flee back to the rest of my team. So all the pretty chess plays at the start of the match are now done, and we are into the ugly plays. Now, poor Liana here. Is stuck behind this Jugler with the fog advancing in. That was another kind of mistake of mine. I don't know if I could have played my last turn in a way to get her out. So my only real hope to rescue her is going to be to kill this Jugler. So we'll try with my buff dispelling burn and fail. He's getting buffed up from Iris, and then we'll try again with my Ares and fail. So I figure I'll just get some damage on him with my super deadly Anna to get some area healing off as well. The next 3C in China, I don't think we know that yet. But it's a very limited pool of potential 3Cs for China. Yeah, there's not many left, unless they want to decide to start giving 3Cs to our characters. So I consider Burn my priority to take out here. If possible. Obviously, having Iris there to heal him is also dangerous. So I get 3C off. He has damage reduction, but we trade kills, and then I'm able to finish off Iris. So messy garbage in the middle of that game, but yeah, that was a pretty good win for me, I think. I don't know, I'll take messy wins. I'll take messy wins at this point. I'll throw the next match on too, because I remember it being another kind of grindy win. I actually tagged samtindo on main court after this one, because it was the last game of the window, and I was just about to leave to go to Applesauce's birthday party, where she got to eat her cake with all her dog friends. So this was a little bit of an adrenaline rush, followed by a sugar rush. Alright, so he hits me with first ban Florentia, which is interesting. I'm not 100% sure what the line is for my box. Other than to force a healer pick, and he sees I have a lot of Empire in here, so he doesn't want me to have access to Florentia, I guess. I first ban Hilda because I need to, and since I have to pick a healer, I went with Rosenseal. Now, he doesn't have tons of debuffs here, but Leanna and Rosenseal are kind of a toss-up as P1. I went with Rosenseal just because she has the option of having a revive if you use her 3C, so a little bit more sustainability there. And also, he does have some AoEs that can be annoying. Like Bernhardt, it kind of protects against that. Reen as well, although I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to get rid of them. So now he's narrowing down my tanks to just the one he wants to fight, which is Jugler, obviously. So I'm trying to get rid of some good Jugler killers. And I bring out my Yulia, who is a fairly reliable Jugler killer, as we've seen in the last couple matches. Elwyn here mainly to buff Yulia, but Elwyn's a pretty good character to get fourth. So that's right, that's what I remember about this match, is that it's virtually a mirror match. We both have Rosenseal, we both have Jugler, we both have Elwyn, we both have Leanna. The only difference is I have Yulia and he has Bernhardt. Fairly interesting. I find Hilda hard to fight. I don't like hitting her. She's a pretty good counter to T-Jess as well. I don't like fighting her with T-Jess. With a largely single target oriented box. Yeah, maid's definitely an option on Yulia. I wasn't sure what troops Jugler was going to take. I mean, I guess that's kind of the natural option, knowing that I had Elwyn. So counterpicking those two troops would have been smart. So right now I'm trying to manage Elwyn being able to come in and do some work on my tank here. Elwyn can't reach my Leanna yet. Other than that, I'm worried about Jugler getting shut down, so I'm trying to keep that from happening as well. So I'm kind of blocking off the openings on Jugler. Instead of shutting down my Jugler, he opts to just splash here. Presumably to, I'm not sure to be honest. Presumably to try to bust my rights on Jugler, because he's coming in with Elwyn now. Now this is funny, even with my rights up, he fully kills my Jugler with his Elwyn charge, so not a good start. This is an ugly match. So I decide to take the opportunity since his Jugler's up here, and my tank is now dead, so I have to get Elwyn out of there. I tried to take out Bernhardt, wasn't able to secure the kill. And now he leaves Leanna at 6 hit points. 6 hit points. I just had to pause to look at that. Oh. Oh, she's getting all her incidental healing now. Anyway, she was at 6 hit points. You can trust me. So sadly, Elwyn is just kind of a sitting duck down here, and I have no tank. Leanna's hurt. Jugler's in the mix. Bernhardt's in the mix. I have 2 strong healers, though, and I have Yulia still. Elwyn has his revive. My Elwyn is sitting duck. This is so messy. So Jugler comes in with the Beast Shock. Rosenseal also just hangs on. See, I just wanted to move Yulia back. Now, I left Elwyn at 500 hit points there. I wanted to get her back and kind of regroup back here. This is the game of everyone barely missing kills. So Leanna barely survived. Rosenseal barely survived. His Bernhardt survived with a fairly comfortable margin. But then his Elwyn barely survived. I go ahead and pop 3C just to keep her alive. Just to have a revive on my healer. I was able to go ahead and pop Elwyn with cheap hit, knowing that even if he fully revives, I'd be able to kill him with a bigger attack from Yulia, but he went ahead and killed himself on Yulia anyway. Now Yulia's revive is not up. Elwyn is still over here just failing to kill stuff, largely thanks to Burn Aura. But he's hanging on, he's still alive. Leanna can't kill him, so I know I can just move and heal again afterwards. Till this act again happens. So I had to make a big play with Yulia to get some incidental healing off on Elwyn there. He comes back and guards. Most notably, that is a physical guard. Again, Elwyn left at 400 hit points. So that's what, 5 characters that have been left at 1% or less in this match? So because that's just a physical guard, he's hoping that I'm going to try to crash my Elwyn into his spiky boys and kill myself. Instead, I just used my magical Yulia to kill one of his healers. And rather than crash Elwyn into spiky boys, even with my healing, I know that's going to kill my Elwyn's last life, so I just run away for now. Run away, away, away. Jugler probably shouldn't have attacked into my Yulia there, because she's back to full now. She did a fairly comfortable amount of damage to him, even though the unicorns were at a disadvantage against golems. I try to get a sneaky kill there. No dice, but I'm going to heal back up from it. All this time, Yulia is getting incidental healing on my dim and distant Elwyn down here, so he's kind of getting back in battle shape. And my 3C's back, so that is a fairly comfortable jugler kill. And at this point, you're right, Rope. A Yulia 1v5 so far. I wanted to prick her last rights off, so I just came in with a little attack. Bernhardt not able to kill Elwyn again. Even with that. Now with her rights down, Elwyn's able to charge in, almost full, and not do much damage. That's okay, because we still have an Elwyn who can constantly heal himself. Yulia counter kills herself on Bernhardt. But thankfully, I have 2 healers. So because he only had the 2 units, I still have my 2 healers to move afterwards and make sure everyone's healthy. Now this is where it becomes kind of a chippy, grindy fest. I basically need to time it so that I'm doing enough damage to Bernhardt that he can't heal back. And Elwyn keeps failing me, so I decide to go with my healers, who have type advantage over the werewolves. So after attacking him with my entire team in turn, I'm finally able to kill the Bernhardt. He puts up his 3C just to have a revive, but it was all in good fun because he retreated after that. He knew it was over. So that was another good match from the previous window. A really tough, grindy one? I don't know. I always feel like these are such slugfests. So, let's just see if the rankings moved around a little bit. All the matches should be well over by now. It looks like everything is still fairly solid in place. The top 16 didn't change. I'm going to text Tristan and see how he did, since he's obviously... Oh, there he is! There he is! Tristan, were you safe? What was your score? Did you stay in the playoffs? I was just about to text you. 219. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Pretty much everyone in this chat is in the playoffs except for me. There's a lot of good players in here. But congratulations. Did you fight again, or did you stay on your score? I think if you stayed on your score, that was enough to keep you in the playoffs. So hopefully you weren't biting your nails too much. Here's my final score for this season, for Season 7. Apex Arena, 71 battles. I think 71 battles. What did I do? I did 14 yesterday, and then I think I did like another 10 today. Only lost 6 spots last window. Yeah, it was a little the cutoff dropped a little bit. So yeah, I think I did over 20 matches just this weekend. So next season I definitely have to do more. 40 wins, 31 losses for a win rate of 56%, which I'm fairly happy with. It's above 50%. I know there are people in here who, I think Kata was saying earlier that his lowest win percent ever was 60% this season. So yeah, I'm worse than that. But the other side advantage maybe of playing more next season is more experience, get the rust off so I'm not as rusty. When I started playing yesterday, I was making lots of dumb mistakes. I actually had Deedlit in my box, and I made 2 really big mistakes with Deedlit in back-to-back games. So I kind of angrily took her out of my box and put Yulia in. And Yulia kind of carried me today, so I think that ended up being a good play. So shout out to Will _, who actually earlier this season said that Yulia would be a good pick in my box. For whatever reason, I didn't believe him. I was just having a hard time with Yulia earlier this season. But, yeah, Deedlit was a good off-healer for me, but I ended up not really needing to rely on off-healers as much, as long as my pick and ban went well. So Yulia with her 3C definitely brought a lot more value, not only in the sense that I was able to get some big kills, some clutch kills with her, but also not make as many mistakes trying to make plays with Deedlit, so that helped. So my whole point with that spiel was, if I'm playing more next season, hopefully I won't be as rusty, and hopefully I won't be able to make as many dumb mistakes because of my... Just I'll remember stuff a bit more. So look for, maybe this number will stay similar, but this number will go up, this number will go down, this number will go up, this number will also go up. Hopefully. Hopefully. You played about half as many games, Rope, as you did last season, or half as many as me? Because if you played half as many games as me, and you ended up at that high of a rank, then super congratulations to you, my friend. Okay, that makes sense. How many games did you play this season? Yeah, Tristan, I think you played like 200 matches, didn't you? Okay, and Rope, 250 last season, 130 this time. That's a lot of matches. Who played the most? I don't know. It's not me. Shelf played 50. That must have been some big win streaks. Alright, I better get my expeditions collected. And I think I have like 15 minutes to finish my dailies with Freekong over on the Freekong account, so I'll do that, and then I'll have gambles. Although, you know, to be honest, I feel like I should just stay on and do my gambles on the stream, don't you think? Tristan, we can summon another Crystal Stinger? I was saying earlier when I don't think you were on the stream that after the last season's final day stream, you stayed over, you were here until the reset time, and we did gambles and got my first and so far only Crystal Stinger. So maybe we had good, like, Langrisser PvP win streak luck, and maybe I'll get something good from gambles. Oh, guild battle rewards. Oh, there's the frame. Anything good in here? Nope. Oh, hit points. Oh, scrolls. Let's say hi to my friends. Yeah, we're gonna do gambles on stream. I'll auto battle this test of light while I update my stream title. Frame hype. Yeah, I gotta keep the rainbow frame on, though. Who are all these characters and what are they doing in my... What are you doing? Come on, fellas. Get out there, Empire team. Rope, what am I saving for? I'm saving for having more gold. I don't have enough gold to blast enchants. So let's see about updating the title to... made Lang. Gambles at reset. Okay, now let's change this on YouTube. Hey, Optimum Pride, you're welcome for all the Langrisser content. It's fun. I like, there are certain kinds of content that I really enjoy making. I really like making that kind of organized should-you-summon type content. Some other stuff like, you know, gameplay videos I find a little bit less interesting for me, so I do some challenge videos just when I find the challenges fun, like more puzzly challenges, but I tend to leave most of that stuff for the other guys. Okay. Doing some celebratory gambles in the hopes that making Langrisser rank brings me good luck. Should you summon Triple Trouble this week, I actually have to write and record and edit 3 separate episodes. I think there was a point where I was trying to cram everything into one episode, like everything for the week. So I did, like, I mean, the Valentine's banners it makes sense to do in one episode, but then there were the previous week when we had the 2 Destiny banners, I tried to put those in the same video, and I think for a couple of reasons I won't do that this time. It's a little overwhelming, and it also, if people after the fact are just coming to look up information about certain specific characters, it's a bit easier to find if all the different banners are in their own videos. So, yeah, I think that means this week I'm going to be writing, recording, and editing 3 separate episodes. Shelfaniel for the win. Probably not going to play for the playoffs. Oh, because of the time. Yeah, that's rough. I have to say, Zelon Games is not the most considerate about time zones for different regions for most of their events. I mean, with Apex Arena, it's a little trickier because you have to coordinate 2 players from who knows where. They could be from all over the world getting together. But surely there's some kind of middle ground for people. Yeah, global's rough because it's such a big region too, right? Alright, let's go get some gold. Speaking of gold, maybe I can use this gold to do 1 to 2 enchants, so Rope won't be as angry with me. Oh, that's an interesting strategy, Rope. I didn't realize that that's why there were so many forfeits. I think the playoffs for the last season was right around a holiday too, wasn't it? Was it Easter? Because I remember seeing people forfeiting and thinking that it was probably because they were doing family stuff or like they weren't available to play because of the holiday. Let's see. I'm going to quickly switch to Freekong just to make sure that I have my dailies done. So, no peeking at my password. There we are. Here you are, Freekong. What do you have left to do? Oh no, you have done your dailies. Good man, Freekong, good man. You're sitting on a lot of stamina too, though. Bob's tier list. That sounds more like a Loomis video. I was going to make an Ab Squad tier list, and now we have a lot more rippling abs skins in the game, so that's still kind of a shit post that I might still make. Loomis kinda dead. You know what? Loomis is more active than ever, and I am a huge fan of all Loomis content, whether it's his videos or just the words that he types on Discord. I'd like to see Loomis make more stuff, even if it was just shitpost style videos. I know he finds the effort of making videos for this game fairly unrewarding after some drama with the Z-Long team, which is fair. Which is fair. What's going on here? Oh, you want me to buy skins. Okay. But yeah, I'd like to see more Loomis stuff, even if it was just funny tier lists, or I always liked the Mercenary review videos as well. I watched all of those, and actually I wanted to do, maybe I'll still do this, I wanted to do a Loomis tribute Mercenary review video where I kind of reviewed all the mercenaries in the style of Loomis. But then maybe I should just have Loomis come on and help me with it. Alright folks, what, we're 4 minutes away from gambling? Why isn't your teleport on, free Eins? Yes, this is my Lushyrus Gate freebies only ult, so you get some crystals, I believe, if you're... Is it crystals? I've never had my units picked as mercs, but there is a little bit of a reward. It's either crystals or vouchers. But kind of a piddly amount. To be fair, you don't really have any say or any hand in your units getting picked. Yeah, this is my Lushyrus Gate freebies account. I've done a walkthrough video of this account, but it was a while ago. So there have been some developments since then. I got Vargas from the Vargas event, and I built him up. Gates of Fate. The nice thing about freebies is Gates of Fate, they're all SR characters, so it can go pretty fast because you can get double shards when you're sharding them up. So Vargas is kind of my main team carry now. I also just finally got Sonya. She was one of the last characters I got from buying shards in the black market. So she fits fairly nicely on my Empire core team here. I often end up using Vargas, Sonya, Iris as my main healer, Lance, who has a faction buff. I only have a couple of faction buffs, right? I have Protagonist from Matthew, Empire from Lance, Glory from Grenier, and I don't have Angelica yet, but she'll bring Time. Faction buff for Time. Which will be... I mean, I'll be able to use it because I have Eins, and I'll be getting Toma Hashiba. Iris doesn't really need the faction buff that bad. And after my Bracer summoning spree, I was down to like 200. I started at 560. And I summoned down to 200 for Bracers. Yeah, I don't have... I mean, I'm kind of playing strictly... The only characters I'm allowed to have in my box are characters that I have access to for free, so I won't summon at all, even to keep them sitting in my barracks to unlock bonds. So there are plenty of characters in here who are kind of bond blocked, and will always be bond blocked forever, unless those characters eventually get released as freebies. So the big culprit for this is Dehart. Because Lushyrus Gate obviously started, and this account started well after the free D-Heart was given out, most of the Origins, like Langrisser 3 characters, are going to have to go without attack bonds forever, unless they decide to run an event where D-Heart is given for free. AJ, thanks for stopping by for the stream. I mean, you just missed a really epic Apex stream, so you're here in time for the Gamble stream. Maybe you'll bring me some good luck. I guess while we're here, it's worth just popping in and admiring these bracers. Again, I haven't really had a chance to build them because even though this account has lots of bracers, I don't have lots of hammers or ore to get the spirits to build them all up. So I'm very gradually, very slowly building them up, one at a time. But it's also not, I'm not in a big rush to build them up because this is just my freebies account, right? You're from Holland, so it's early. Well, okay, you're excused for not being at the Apex stream earlier since you would have been asleep, and that makes perfect sense. So, it's time. Oh wait, that's not my password. What was my password, everyone? People who are good at hearing typing. Okay, it's gamble time. Get a couple burgers. Get my whale dailies. Oh, and Needhog, nice. Lots of good stuff from Needhog. I'm gonna need that stuff. Tenacious Rope's bet is on Swordsmith, Stinger, and Last Rites. Okay, I like the way you think. I actually do need Swordsmith medals on this account. This is not like my Free Kong account. What do we want to whale on first? Oh, I should have carried over the Dark Dragon. I usually do that, but I forgot this time. I could have too, I had time. Okay, so from this guy I want Glory of the World or a Scepter of Divinity. It's a Devil Axe and a Nighthawk. So 2 ore. 2 ore from the dragons. While we're in here, we might as well sweep up to my accessory. Excuse me. So what's our pick? Okay, Rope says Swordsmith. Does anyone else have any bets for my accessory from Timeless Trials? You're running out of time to place your bets. Yeah, I had all those swordsmiths on my freebies account from Equip Summons. If you want to see it happen, I actually have the video of it on my YouTube. That was with my freebies account, though, and the reason I was able to do that many was because I'm not allowed to summon for characters. So, since the time this account was created, I've just been accumulating summons and summons and summons and summons. So the only thing I could use them on was the Equip banner. So I did 360 summons on that banner and got 7 bracers for my freebies account. So I'm seeing Angel Feather, Jugler Plush, Giant Belt, Holy Ark, Slayers. Everyone hates me. My guess is Prisoner's Gear. Did we have a True Cross? Any True Cross in the chat? No. Close. Similar caliber. Similar caliber to the chat's guesses. You overwhelmed my optimism with your common shite guesses. What are we looking for now? Well, let's buy this. Should I do a couple of these? Let's do a couple of these. Let's see if we get one of those accessories that you guys just guessed. No. No, we did not. We did not do that. Alright. We'll warm up by buying some money. Some much-needed money. Alright, I usually do weapons first and I have bad luck, so I'm going to go headgear first. I'm hoping for Glory of the World. I'm actually hoping for 3 Glory of the World from these gambles. First pair of Apex boots from Marcus Lai. Nice, congratulations. So what are your guesses for hats? Anyone have any hat guesses? My guess is 3 Glory of the Worlds. I think the percent chance of me being correct is fairly slim. Let's see one guess in the chat, so we'll be able to see who is closer. Tenyos. I like that. Frostfire Crown, Loki, and Glory. Okay. Tenacious Rope. Give with one hand and take with the other. I don't mind that style. Aeneas. Carbon. Carbon. Double Carbon. So no glories. No glories this time. No glories this week. We'll have to wait for the Thunder Dragon to come back. Okay, we're going to do weapons. So I got all common crap for my helmets, so I'm going to get one rare weapon, right? One rare weapon is coming. What's it going to be? I could use a Stinger. I don't need it as much as Scepter of Divinity. I'm going to have some use for Scepters coming up when Kyura and Lucretia come out. So I'm going to guess one Scepter, another Dagger, probably a Nighthawk, and an Axe. Not sure which axe though. Last Night, that doesn't count as an axe. Ulvers? Oh, I'm not going to get all common. Yep, Blue Moon. Okay. Oh, that means the rare thing must be stuck in the armor. I don't usually do armor rolls because I don't really need much from there. I have tons of Last Rites, I have tons of Tenyos dresses. And there's nothing else I really could use. Even the new armor, I don't really have much need for the new armor. But since we're here streaming, I guess I might as well go for it. I mean, if I could get anything from this, the best case would probably be a Tenyos robe. Galaxy and Goddess. Wow, so 9 commons. 9 commons from my gambles. I'll buy the rest of this garbage later. I think that's it, isn't it? We did my dragons, we did my timeless trials, and we did my gambles, and it was all vastly disappointing. Summoning. Good try, Shelfaniel. I'm not summoning until the Kyur banner comes out because I'm sitting on 70 pity right now. I originally did take a couple pokes at the King of the Red Moon banner. I was going to be happy with one or the other, either Sissy or Rainforce. But by the time I got up, I was thinking like I could do 10 to 50, and whoever I got, I'd be cool with it. But once I got up to like 70, then I was like, you know what? This is a lot of summons. I'm just going to save it for Kyura. And part of the reason is because of that Shaltir and Albedo summoning session where I used 430 summons and got 6-star Albedo and no Shaltirs. So with another crossover coming up where I want both characters, I want to really make sure I'm in as good a shape as possible. So I've got 180 summons right now, plus another, what's this, like another 400 summons? Plus 70 in pity. That gives me like essentially over 600 summons to just like hopefully get one of each. But yeah, that's going to be in a video when that banner comes out. I'm going to do one of my usual summoning videos with the pity thermometer. And hopefully I'll have much better luck than I did on the Overlord collab. So unfortunately, I think that's going to be it. My unlike last time, where my Langrisser win streak also brought good luck from gambles, my good luck in the Apex arena was counterbalanced by a bunch of real crap pulls on the gambles, but maybe next time. So thanks for coming out and watching, everyone. Thanks again for cheering me on. Thanks for bringing me atrocious luck on my gambles. You all predicted horrible, horrible things, and you were right. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. Oh, thanks for the follow, by the way, Zeno, in case you're still around. Sorry I missed the notification for that one. That's going to be me for the night. It's very early in the morning now, and I have to go sleep. I missed the rest of Applesauce's birthday for this. And yeah, good luck in the playoffs, everyone who's in the playoffs. Maybe I'll get a chance to cover some of your games. And if not, then the next arena stream for me is going to be when the regular season starts up again. So catch you all in the next one. Happy Langrissing, everyone.